Is Donald Trump just a man, or is there something more mysterious and mystical at work behind the scenes? From his alleged connection to Nostradamus, to his fascination with the number 45, and even The Simpsons, predicting his presidency, these four strange coincidences involving Donald Trump are sure to leave you questioning everything you thought you knew about the world. Love him or hate him, there's no denying that Donald Trump has had a significant impact on American politics and culture in recent years. In this video we explore the four bizarre coincidences that involve Donald Trump. Make sure you hit the thumbs up and subscribe for more interesting videos about the weird and wonderful. The Simpsons predicted Trump's presidency. Since its debut in 1989, the animated TV show, The Simpsons, has become famous for its ability to predict real-world events with eerie accuracy. From the 9/11 attacks, to the Ebola outbreak, to the invention of smartwatches, the show has seemingly foreseen many of the major events and trends of the past few decades. One of the most striking examples of this phenomenon occurred in 2000, when an episode of the show titled "Bard to the Future" featured a storyline in which Lisa Simpson becomes the first female president of the United States, succeeding Donald Trump, who had served as president before her. At the time, this scenario seemed like nothing more than a humorous and unlikely premise for a TV show. However, when Trump announced his candidacy for president in 2015, many people began to take notice of the similarities between his campaign and the fictional portrayal of him in The Simpsons. For example, in the episode, Trump is depicted as a loud and boastful businessman who is more interested in publicity and self-promotion than in actual governing. Sound familiar? The show also features a scene in which Lisa Simpson bemoans the state of the country's finances, which have been decimated by the Trump presidency. Of course, it's worth noting that the idea of Trump as president was hardly unique to The Simpsons. He had flirted with the idea of running for president several times before 2015, and had even formed an exploratory committee in 2000 before dropping out of the race. Nevertheless, the fact that The Simpsons had depicted Trump as president more than a decade before he actually ran for the office has led many people to speculate about the show's seemingly prescient powers. Some have suggested that the writers of the show have some sort of insider knowledge or access to secret information, while others have dismissed the coincidences as nothing more than random chance. In the end, it's impossible to say for sure whether The Simpsons truly predicted Trump's presidency or whether it was just a bizarre coincidence. Trump's uncle worked with Tesla's notes. John G. Trump, the younger brother of Trump's father, was a renowned electrical engineer and physicist who made significant contributions to the field of radiation therapy. But perhaps his most fascinating connection is to the legendary inventor Nikola Tesla. After Tesla's death in 1943, the FBI seized his notes and papers, concerned that they contained dangerous or sensitive information. Trump was one of the engineers tasked with reviewing Tesla's documents and determining if they posed a threat to national security. While it's unclear exactly what Trump discovered in Tesla's papers, some have speculated that they contained groundbreaking discoveries in the fields of electromagnetism and wireless communication. In fact, Trump himself wrote in a report that Tesla had made some remarkable advances that could be of interest to the government. Of course, it's impossible to know for sure what secrets were contained in Tesla's notes, as they have largely been lost to history. But the connection between Trump and Tesla is certainly a fascinating one, and raises questions about the true extent of Tesla's genius and the secrets he may have taken to his grave. In recent years, there has been renewed interest in Tesla's work, as more and more people become interested in free energy and other advanced technologies. And while we may never know exactly what Trump discovered in Tesla's papers, the connection between these two is a fascinating one. Trump's connection to Nostradamus. Michael de Nostradame, better known as Nostradamus, was a 16th century French astrologer and physician who is best known for his prophecies. While many of his predictions are open to interpretation and debate, some people believe that he may have foreseen the rise of Donald Trump to the presidency of the United States. In particular, some point to a quatrain in Nostradamus's Les Prophéties that reads, The great shameless, audacious baller. He will be elected governor of the army, the boldness of his contention. The bridge broken, the city faint from fear. Some have interpreted this as a prediction of Trump's election and his leadership of the US military. Of course, it's important to note that Nostradamus' prophecies are notoriously difficult to interpret, and many of his predictions have been debunked or proven to be vague and unhelpful. It's also worth noting that there are many possible interpretations of this particular quatrain, and it's possible that it could refer to someone other than Trump entirely. Despite this, the idea of Trump as a Nostradamusian figure has gained some traction in certain circles. Some have even suggested that Trump himself believes in his connection to Nostradamus, citing a tweet from 2012 in which he wrote, "Lots of response to my Nostradamus prediction. People are saying it's uncanny. Do you think it's coincidence? Remember, I'm a master at reading markets." Whether or not there is any truth to the idea that Nostradamus predicted Trump's rise to power, it's clear that the idea has captured the imaginations of many people around the world. Trump's obsession with the number 45. Donald Trump is well known for his many eccentricities, but one that has attracted particular attention in recent years is his apparent obsession with the number 45. As the 45th President of the United States, Trump has been known to reference this number in a variety of ways, from the size of his crowds to the length of his speeches. Some have suggested that this fixation on the number 45 is indicative of Trump's narcissism and need for attention and validation. After all, many of his references to the number seem to be related to his own accomplishments or perceived successes. For example, he has claimed that his inaugural crowd was the largest in history, with 1.5 million people in attendance, a number that would round up to 45 times his own estimate of 300,000. Others have suggested that Trump's fixation on the number 45 may be related to his belief in numerology, the study of numbers and their supposed mystical properties. Numerology assigns specific meanings to different numbers, and some believers see patterns and significance in these numbers that others do not. It's possible that Trump sees the number 45 as lucky or auspicious in some way, and thus seeks to align himself with it whenever possible. Of course, it's also possible that Trump's references to the number 45 are simply a coincidence, or that they are part of a deliberate strategy to draw attention to himself and his presidency. Whatever the explanation may be, there's no denying that the number 45 has taken on a special significance in the Trump era, and will likely continue to be associated with his presidency for years to come. In the end, however, it's worth remembering that the number 45 is just a number, with no intrinsic mystical or spiritual properties. While some may see patterns and significance in the number, others see it as nothing more than a simple numerical value. Regardless of what you believe about the number 45, it's clear that it has played a unique role in the Trump presidency, and will likely remain a topic of fascination and debate for years to come. Donald Trump has been at the center of numerous strange coincidences over the years, from his alleged connection to Nostradamus to his fascination with the number 45. While many of these coincidences may be nothing more than random chance, they nevertheless continue to fascinate and intrigue people around the world.